Hola, banana. Oh, how you doing?
Oh, hello, papagena. Tu le bella con la papaya.
Before this video starts, if this isn't enough to make you subscribe, I don't know what is, so click that button. Oh my god. What is up, my family? We are back, just like I promised you, with day 3 of my split chest day, or in my case, push day, because I do add shoulders and triceps. But let's go. Now, just like any other video, you know I don't want to dive in straight into my workout. I want to provide some more value for you guys. So, first, let's go into the chest musculature and the best exercises to target the chest musculature, and then into my workout. So, you know who's coming in. Come on, bro.
Talk nerdy to me.
So, when we are talking about the chest, we are talking about pectoralis major and pectoralis minor. But for this video, I want to focus on pec major, because after all, that is the major muscle of the chest and the one that you want to be focusing on for those chesticles of the gods. So, the pectoralis major, essentially its main role is to bring the arm over and across the body, or something known as transverse shoulder adduction, and can be split into 2 heads. The upper or clavicular head, why? Because they attach to the clavicle, which is that bone running across there, and the lower sternal head, because it attaches to the sternum, which is your bone running down the middle of your chest. Both heads essentially attaching to the upper part of the humor, so your upper arm. And this is important because when you think about the fibers of the chest, the clavicular head starts up here, so the fibers must run from top to bottom if attaching up here, whereas the fibers of the sternal part of the chest, the lower chest, run from left to right, so they run horizontally. And this is important, and it influences what exercises we use to target specific areas of the chest. Woo! Warning! You cannot isolate just one part of pec major. When you're doing a bench, all heads are going to be worked. But what you can do is emphasize the load on specific areas, and that is where we are going to next. Now, let's move on to the best exercises for the pec major. And you probably guessed it, the bench press has been shown in many EMG studies to elicit near maximal recruitment of all muscle fibers of pec major. So essentially, all you need is bench press to grow your chest. And Ogasawara even showed that a training program with only bench is enough to grow your pecs. Also, however you pronounce it, et al. 2014 has shown a very strong correlation between 1 rep max bench press and overall pec size. So essentially, a stronger bench means a bigger pec. Yay! Question, dumbbell or barbell, Scott? Well, as you can see from the graph, barbell was slightly superior than dumbbell. You can see barbell is first, then cable crossovers, and then comes your dumbbell. So if you want to be 100% optimal, it might be beneficial in using a barbell instead of a dumbbell. So, by just doing bench press, you are essentially targeting the whole pec major. But, as we are bodybuilders, you probably don't want to come in on your chest day and only do 4 sets of bench and then go home. So you might want to add in some more volume. And this is where I highly recommend you switch it up and you add in an incline. And this is why. Let's face it, everyone wants that upper shelf, that upper chest. And this is why I recommend an incline, because it has been shown to target the uppermost part of the chest. Because like I said, the clavicular or the upper head of pec major runs from top to bottom, so vertically. And though it does still contribute to shoulder adduction, it now contributes to shoulder flexion, meaning that they are going to be more stimulated when on an incline. Because as you can see from the picture, when you are on an incline, it significantly closes the adduction angle and increases the shoulder flexion angle over the likes of just a regular flat bench press. So if you are after that upper shelf of the gods, incline bench is for you. Another question. Scott, what angle should I put my bench at then? No fear, Scott is here. As you can see, Trebs et al. Compared an incline of 28 degrees, 44 degrees, and 56 degrees, concluding that all of them were pretty good at eliciting recruitment of the upper chest. But if you want to be super perfect, 44 degrees did show to be that tiny bit better. So I highly recommend you invest in a protractor, bring it to the gym, measure it out to be 44 degrees, bang on the dot. Otherwise you won't make any gains. Oh shit, I don't have a protractor, dude. I hope you know that's a joke. Finally, I just want to touch upon the cable fly. Personally, one of my favorite exercises. We know that the role of the pec major is shoulder adduction, so bringing your arm across your body. And when you think about it, with a flat bench press and even with dumbbells or on an incline, you can do this, but you will be limited to some extent. And this is when cable flies come in, because they allow you to fully contract. But fully contract being the key word. And research has shown that to fully contract the pec major from a cable fly, you need to actually cross your hands over. Otherwise, you are significantly missing out on recruitment, okay? So if you want to do the cable fly right, cross over the hands. That's all I'm saying. Molto bene, and hopefully you learned something from that. So now, let's finally go in to my workout, what Mr. Twiggy does for his chesticles. Let's go. So, exercise numero uno. We go in with a dumbbell flat bench press. 5 sets of 4 to 6 reps. Now, I know I said barbell is more optimal. optimal, but personally I don't feel barbell as much and I prefer the dumbbell. Next, we move into a dumbbell incline bench press. 5 sets of 8 to 12 reps, so slightly higher rep ranges. Then we move down to a chest press. Now, though this is not essential, I do like to add a bit more volume, and seeing as though a pressing machine eliminates the amount of stabilization needed, you can fully overload and your chest muscles to their maximum with the press. Another 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, but we do a triple drop set on the last set because YOLO! Now, if that wasn't enough to end the chest portion of this workout, we throw in a superset of cable flies from below and cable flies from on top. So in the cable station, you start below, and the second you finish that, you bend down, lift it up, put it up, and then do it from above. But, like Mr. Nerdman said, the focus of this has to be to fully cross the arms to get the most amount of stimulation. So we don't just stop here, we then go balls deep. And we cross our arms to fully our chest. 4 to 5 rounds of the superset, roughly 12 to 15 reps. But, of course, on that last round of the superset, for both exercises, you do a drop set because, again, YOLO! YOLO! Now, that is the whole chest portion of the workout done. And we then move on to shoulders, or the deltoid. But instead of me having to explain it all again, basically what I do is very similar to day 1, my shoulder day, so go have a look, link down below. But I will do 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps of a dumbbell seated press, then I will do the 4-round superset of lateral raises to rear delt flies, of course, with a drop set on every single set, as you have probably seen from the video, so I highly encourage you to go to that. Next, triceps. So, as we already know from the research that all of this pressing already stimulates our triceps, I avoid compounds like a close grip bench press or a dip because they are really not necessary at this stage. So, what I do is simple superset of an overhead extension targeting the long head of the tricep with a rope or bar pushdown targeting the lateral head of the tricep. So, 4 rounds, 10 to 12 reps with, of course, a drop set on the last. And you'd think that is finally the end of the workout, but I take it that one step further to and do a YOLO consisting of a 500-meter max out row on the rower machine. You get up straight away, you go over to an empty barbell, and you do as many overhead presses as you can, straight down to as many push-ups as you can, and enjoy what, Scott? I don't actually know. So, the fuck? Hola, banana. Oi, how you doing? So there is a full overview of my chest day, of my push day, so screenshot it now while you have the chance, bring it to the gym, and let me know if you try it out and how you like it. So, that is the end. Oh, wait. That is the end of the video, and as always, subscribe to the channel if you want more content, specifically day 4 of my split. Like the video, share the video, and I'll see all of you in that next video. See you later. Boop.